definitely want to check out Wings Academy for sure.
Of course, baby. Little weekend action for the boys, huh, Pooh?
Man, a lot of things going on, man. A lot is happening around the city, brother. A lot is happening around the city.
Yeah, a lot happening still right now. I mean, a lot of New York teams have started up, and some teams even played 3 games already, huh? Crazy.
Man, they are rolling. We're gonna get to that, man. Well, listen, welcome to High School Basketball Weekly. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding, here with my guy and co-host.
Brian Reichert.
Yes, sir. We are back with a special edition of High School Basketball Weekly, baby. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
Hey, man, it's been a busy couple of days of high school basketball in New York City, brother.
Crazy, crazy, man. Basketball is fully underway. I mean, Pooh, it's I didn't tell you. I've really never touched on like this family much, but the Edmead family in Long Island, got to shout them out, Pooh. John Edmead, one of my favorite guys ever, one of my favorite parents ever. Great guys, helped a lot of kids in Long Island. Has his own little podcast during the COVID times. Great guy. Has had 3 sons go Division 1. Two of them faced off today, and the youngest one of the group may have had a Sports Center moment on his brother,
Whoa.
shaking out there, man. It was crazy. All smiles out there. It was great to see, but shout out Preston Edmead, Malik, and all those guys. And Preston Edmead putting on for Hofstra, baby.
Yeah, they're first of all, Speedy has him looking like a star,
Right? All
right?
right. Crazy.
A lot of people talk about, why kids go to Hofstra. It's the reason why kids, especially local kids, right? Because Speedy's going to develop them. He's going to give them time, to make their errors, but also he's going to give them some space to grow.
Yeah, and like you've seen with a couple kids, like they really allow some guards to truly shine and get like a full workload as a college player. And some of those guys have gone on to, get pro looks. Like our guy from, what's his name, Justin, what was it, Foreman Wright or whatever, a couple years ago,
Yep.
from the PSAL, a tremendous player that went to Hofstra. Jaquan Carlos, so many big names have gone there recently, and Coach Speedy's a big impact on that.
We could just start with the coach. He's an NBA champion.
Yeah, exactly. And the rest of his staff is incredible too. They do a great job of finding the right kids that fit their program, and they're always knocking on the door. It's just if only that league could have a couple more bids, they'd be in the tournament every year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna salute, you know, the whole family that has success this weekend. Appreciate you bringing them up, man, because it's good that we celebrate families and people that's doing it the right way and sending their kids to college and watching them have success.
Right? And like 3 kids under probably 6 foot, and I mean 3 just tremendous kids that worked their butt off and all played Division 1 and are all going to be successful. Is the older ones coaching? Malik may get into coaching or play overseas. He's terrific too. And like we talked about, Preston's off to a great start. So this is definitely one of those great Long Island family. There's a bunch of them. You're starting to get those second wave of the brothers and even the younger brothers. So There's some more of them coming up, so it's good to see.
Well, this is the season, right? This the season. That's what we're gonna
So,
say. This is the season right here. 2025, 2026. A lot of things is going down, man. And look, I wanted to kind of shake things up this year. I went out to Scholars Academy, who just moved up to the 3A.
that's right.
Salute to Coach Tyrell, the whole coaching staff out there, doing a great job. Was around those guys when they guys was in 2A and they won the city championship. So now to see them move into the 3A and have success, right?
Hmm.
In a huge way. Because man, they came out the gates stomping 93-45 against Hillcrest. They was
Wow.
led by their three seniors, John Keogh, 20 points, Shane Fitzpatrick, 18 points, and Isaiah Tywell with 16 points. They was rolling heavy out there, man. These guys was came out the gate shooting threes,
Yeah.
playing defense, trapping. You wouldn't know, man, that you say uh, after winning a couple of championship, guys got to kind of reload. But it seems
Yeah.
like they coming up to the 3A and they ready to play, man. So
Yeah,
salute
it
to
seems
Coach
like
Tyrell.
they're bouncing up at the right time with the right roster, and I mean, if your big three can get it done on their own, they're going to be tough to beat. I mean, that's a terrific trio right there,
It makes it easy for everybody else. You know what I'm
right?
saying? It definitely makes it easy for everybody else. I was wondering if I had. Let me see if
And
I
they,
had
they have that
the
experience, Pooh.
highlights. Yes,
Yeah,
most definitely. That the experience makes it a whole lot better. Um, just to you know bring the young guys out because they're a young team. They have a lot of scenes, but they also have two freshmen that they brought up
wow,
right in and allow them to
a
play,
great.
man. So salute to my little guy, Ben Tongue. Is out there doing his thing, hit two big threes. Got a
Love.
chance to see him hit his first 3 point shot. So, and all his brothers played there as well. So
Yeah.
it was good to see them.
Interesting times, right, Pooh? Imagine a mix of three seniors and two freshmen as your kind of, core at times. And hopefully they can lean on those guys. They're going to get great experience. And, if they can continue to hit shots, like you said, they could become all time greats at that place. They're off to a great start.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It was definitely a good thing to watch, man. Let me see
Yeah,
if
who
I
else
can.
did you check out, Pooh? I know you've been all over the place this week.
Well, I got a chance to see, you know, St. John's Prep, who
Talk
I
about.
was very, very impressed by, man. You know, I seen them during preseason runs. We're
Yeah.
used to seeing these guys. They
Well,
city
you talk
champions.
about reload, right? You talked about a team that had to reload. I mean, they graduated some monsters from the program: Jacob Gomez, Patrick Rouse. Some big pieces. And on top of that, your projected leading scorer Ryan Edwards goes to the PSAL. So a lot of question marks coming in, Boo. I know you were high on them in the preseason runs, but talk about
Yeah,
their start because they look just as good as they were, right?
listen, let me tell you, right off the bat, you know, seeing what they did last year, and like you said, the pieces that they were gonna lose. When I went to preseason runs, uh, you you saw the frustration on Daquan Bryant's eyes in the beginning because here he is, got to play with a bunch of new guys, and those passes are coming, and guys is not used to it as
Yeah.
yet, right? But I wasn't worried because I knew soon as those passes and those guys uh, start to connect, and then those guys get a feel for each other, people is gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, right. As soon as the
People
lights
is
come
gonna be
on,
in trouble.
what our guy Soul Food is going to get done. He's going to get the win. He's going to play great defense, and he's going to get his guys involved. And you could see they're going to have different guys lead them in scoring. They got new guys with size. They got guys who can put the ball in the hoop. They got some physical guards. I mean, they've added some big pieces, and you got Soul Food. You got Nagy still back. I mean, they got some guys
You
returning
got
that.
Rich Fernandez. This
Yeah,
kid is a bucket. He's a
talk
walking
about it.
bucket. He just walks into buckets and he
Yeah,
plays defense. See, the best thing about St. Francis Prep is
St.
their
John Prep.
defense.
Yeah.
Their defense is smothering. It's like gravy all over the rice and all over the turkey at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They're all over you, and they won't let you breathe. And they score a lot of their points in transition off the defense. That's what Coach Kiggins has them playing, and that's their style, and they run it up every time. And let's not forget the big boy down, stairs,
Yeah.
Miles Perry, playing well. My guy Anastasios. I'm not gonna even say his last name. We got like
Yeah.
25 letters in the last name.
We need
The
a
big
nickname.
fella in the middle, number 33. He's definitely a presence inside, and it just makes them highly effective, man. Makes them highly effective.
Yeah, and those guys have filled in quickly. They look already comfortable with Coach Kiggins, and like you said, his ability to get these guys to play defense is traveling. You know, year to year, you're starting to see it game to game, and it's a standard that he's setting. And they're like you said, as they start to find themselves offensively, it always helps when you're winning the possession game. You're getting those for 8 to 10 points on easy layups from Soul Food or these other guys. So it's really helps the offense, and it makes them such a dangerous team. That division better watch out because they will run away with it. You know, I mean, they already picked up a big quality win, didn't they, Pope?
Oh yes. Listen, let's just. I'm gonna try to show the people this real quick. Let's take because you wasn't there, B. So I gotta give you the insights of what it was like in that joint, because you already know. There's that defense. There's that defense. In the beginning, Moore was out there, trying to hang on, but Soul Food and one. Tough. Look at that. Look at that. There you go, Richard Fernandez. Tough. As you can see, Moore was fighting in the beginning, and I'm like, why are you guys not playing the zone? Give me 3. Soul Food knocks it down. Too much Soul Food. Too much Soul Food, baby.
Yeah, man. You can't give him that much space and let him operate like that, man. And
Not at all.
Throws the whole game.
Not at all. Oh, hold on. Cause I forgot to show this part right here. Because this kid. Oh yeah. Miles Perry. He had about 4 dunks that game. Okay. They was putting so much pressure. They was putting so much pressure on Morris Catholic. All of those people that was on the stage, like we call them the Rowdy Bunch. That's in any gym that you plan away. Those kids started to sit down. By halftime, those kids they took the crowd right out of it.
Yeah. And listen, that's what happens, when you start putting the belt down, Pooh, and you start getting all those deals. It's demoralizing, and not a lot of teams play like that in the city. We always joke, if you were a program starter now, why wouldn't you play like a Jefferson? Play like a St. John's Prep. Bring that defensive energy you get. Listen, like we know, Pooh, it's a gamble. You're going to give up some layups and easy buckets, but you're going to create so many offensive opportunities. And if your team just knows how to play it right, it could really be to your advantage. And, as much as More Catholic is pumped up and they're doing their thing, they ran into a buzzsaw,
They wasn't ready. Don't even make it nice. They wasn't ready. They were not ready. Too much Soul Food, especially the night before Thanksgiving. He was out there cooking and shows that's why he's one of the top 20 players in the city.
Yeah, man. He definitely is off to a phenomenal start. And, I think More Catholic is still going to be one of those places you do not want to play. I think they'll improve throughout the year. But you're right. They got a little reality. It was early on in the season. And, man, St. John's Prep looks sharp.
Yeah, and it just seemed like they, you know, uh, Coach, excuse me, Burns, he wasn't adjusting as the game was going on because at that pace that St. John's Prep was playing at, you got to slow those guys down, man.
Yeah.
You got to slow
Yeah.
those guys down.
And
But
it's a thing you got to kind of take a look at, because right, you've been waiting for this team forever, Pooh. Right? You're like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. But like you said, are you gonna be flexible, or are you just gonna be stuck in your ways? Sometimes you gotta just say, hey, scrap what we're doing. We gotta just figure out a way to slow these guys down. You know.
you want to prove a point, man. When we show up to that gym, you better ball out. It is what it is. But listen, they was on a roll, man. They beat Cathedral Prep 74-43. Then they went on to stomp on More Catholic 87-58. And then they caught St. Joe's by the sea last night 64-48 at St. Joe's. So they doing this on the road.
Yeah, and a lot of back to backs, and it's so hard with these guys away from school to keep them focused, even to get them to the bus for travel, all this stuff. And Coach Kiggins just getting it done, man. 3 nice wins to start the year, and to beat St. Joe's, our guy Coach C was fired up for this year. Knew St. John's Prep was going to be a tough one for him, but thought maybe the score would be a little closer, man.
Me too. Me too. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. Me too.
Yeah. And it's maybe St. John's Prep is looking tougher than maybe me and you thought. We definitely had them as probably the 1 seed, but they're looking strong, man.
Listen, it looks like they're gonna repeat. I'm gonna be honest. It looks like they're gonna repeat.
Hey, early on, why wouldn't you think that, man? The way that these guys, you figured maybe these guys would be a struggle a little bit, the new guys, Miles, the big man, maybe they take a little time. They're already in, man. They're ready to go.
But that's what I said. That's what I saw in preseason runs. So
Yeah.
I knew. Hold on, let me get this code in real quick. I knew once they got it all together and in sync that it was going to be one great team to to be reckoned with because it's going to be crazy, and they made it just like that.
Yeah, and I think college coaches need to get down and watch these guys play because, they got multiple guys, D2s, D3s, potentially even D1, like we talk about with Soul Food, even if it's takes another year. I mean, these guys are college ready. They're ready to rock. And I think they need to start getting some looks, man.
Nah, CSI was in the building, bro.
Okay. I need more, though, man. I need more.
CSI was in the building. And
I
look,
need more.
speaking of CSI, you got our guy. Hold on for a sec.
Who, AG?
AG is out there killing. AG is out there killing, bro.
Oh, we do that, man. You can throw that kid in freaking any league, and that kid will cook, man. He's tough, man.
That's a fact.
Shout out, AG.
For sure. I want to show him some love. I said we gotta get to one of those games, man. We gotta get to one of those games.
Yeah.
And just to show our face and show our love, man. That kid, legend that Zavarian came in Brevoort during our first year of opening the tournament, became a legend out there, was doing his thing, man. So definitely want to go and support him, man.
Absolutely, man. Doing his thing. A great pickup. Knew wherever he landed, he'd be successful. Just a winner, man. Tough dude.
So any news out on the island? Did we miss anything on the island?
It's a slow start. A couple things here and there. Nothing huge. A lot of games coming up. This week. Rosters finalized. A couple people traveled. Our guy went to our guy Coach Ron went out to Indiana. Took a tough loss against our guy Peyton Kemp, who did his Lou. And the boys, did all right. Simon played well. Orlando Morris. And then they had a tough loss by like 5 or 6 points to the next game against a team that was really good too. So they got better. A couple other games coming out, but nothing crazy. Yeah, a little slow on Long Island.
Profilic Prep lost. Profilic Prep. A lot of the number ones lost, baby.
Dude, Prolific Prep with a big loss.
Yes.
Yeah, Prolific Prep with a big loss. I think it was like Tennessee Prep Academy or something
Yes,
like
yep,
that.
yep.
Um, their best player is going to be going with Mo Williams. I said, man, you better firm up that commitment. That kid was tough, man.
He was, yeah,
I
he
was
was getting
shocked
to it.
Prolific Prep was going down. That was crazy. But yeah, some other teams lost. I think Southeast Prep lost, a team I thought I'd never see lose. That just came together. And, some other big losses, especially around here, man. I know
Well,
we're going to.
we gonna hold off for that. We trying to wait for our Godfather film to pull up real quick so he can join this. But let's talk. Let's go back local, right?
Yeah, Canarsie
PSAL,
had a big win, right?
Canarsie. Let's go with Canarsie.
Talk.
Canarsie had a huge win against Shaker,
Yeah.
64-58. That looks very, very good for Canarsie. Shaker was the
Yeah.
champs up there
I was
last
gonna
year.
say CK will appreciate that win a lot more than people around here will. Shaker's tough. They got multiple kids who are college players, very well coached. That's a really nice win for our guy Canarsie. Shout out, coach, big time non-league win. And you said MVPs were our guys Dev Clark and PJ, right?
No, PJ and Christian Marbury.
And Marbury, wow! Shout out Marbury.
Listen, he has been great for them.
That's awesome.
He's been one of the best pickups. You know, him and Rich, of course. And you gotta count our guy Boyd from, you know,
Yeah, and JJ, I
from
mean, the
Brandon. So
PSAL got some really nice pickups, man.
hey,
So
Christian
Marbury's really
Marbury doing
fitting,
what he do
taking a
best.
lot of shots.
Excuse me?
I said Marbury's really fitting with a lot of those guys and making
Oh
shots.
yes, yes.
Mhm.
They said he got his shot going early, shot the ball well. PJ was on the other side doing the same thing, and you got those two locked and loaded, and you know Dev playing consistent,
Yeah,
right? And then you got Justin Rodriguez playing well, and then those others coming together. Man,
right.
Canarsie gonna be a force to deal with.
Yeah, man. I'd love to see that box score and see how they're kind of distributing the minutes there. But terrific win, and like you said, that kind of core four. They got a bunch of other guys that we're not even mentioning, um, who are awesome. And yeah, if Dev Clark can just kind of hold it together in the perimeter, Canarsi's going to be tough.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that Canarsie versus Eagle Academy game.
So
I
let me
want
ask
to see.
you something. I know that you're biased, and I still ask you this question because I know you could be unbiased. And I ask you this with love. What do you think of Christian Marbury as a college prospect? I think he's inching closer and closer and closer. I think he's a kid that should start to at least get some D2 looks and potentially could play even higher. I just think he's got to be more consistent at shot making, and if that's what he's doing well, Canarsie, you know, not really much more I could ask. That's what I know. I want to see him get more consistent at, and if that's what he's doing, why not take a chance on a kid like that?
Definitely, I definitely see that in his future. Um, Again, we talk about shot making. That's very important. But we know ultimately this kid is going to be a point guard,
Yeah,
right, on a college level, right. So if he can knock down that shot, and he's always going to have the high IQ that come with the Marbury brand, I think he'll definitely have a chance. He's a young junior.
yeah,
He's a young junior, no reclass. He's a young junior, so he still have some time to grow. And even if you want to take a year prep and do that, and take his time, no rush,
of course. And
no
he's a kid.
rush.
He's a kid who may take a prep year almost take a red shirt year somewhere. He's a kid that I would maybe take a chance on. I think he's going to get a little bigger. He's definitely getting stronger. And like I said, the one thing I want is consistent shot making. So if that's what he's doing, I think the sky's the limit for Mr. Marbury.
And then next year, when PJ goes, he's gonna be the guy. Him and Just,
Yeah.
they're gonna be the guy when him and Dev leave.
Well,
So
if it goes there, I think it'd be perfect for him to transition for that program. If it goes well, I think it'd be a great move for him to stay and kind of lead the way. But a lot of things got to happen, and hopefully they can continue to be successful because I think, like you said, they're going to be right in that mix for the Final Four.
yes, yes, definitely. And I think if all goes well, he'll definitely be college ready, and he'll be ready to go. Again, maturity, a definition of a role, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna be a point guard or you're gonna be a two guard, right? For right now, Justin's handling the point guard, and we know that's where he comes from,
Yeah, he's
and
had to
that's his
sacrifice,
pedigree.
right, Pooh? Like he's sacrificing a little bit, and I think it's showing, like you said, his maturity and his kind of saying, "Hey, like I want to win, I want to develop here, and I want to make Canarsie proud." So I think it's awesome to hear. It's good news, and watch out for Canarsie, man.
That's right. So spread that word, B. Spread that word. Our guy Christian Marbury, definitely college bound.
Yeah, I love that, man. Definitely gonna spread that, and then some other games too, right? We got Iona Prep, man, with a nice quality win over Fordham Prep.
Yeah, I on the prep, man. I heard they were looking good out there, man. These
You
guys
see the
looking
crowd,
good.
man. It was jumping out there, man. I, I
It's
was I
something
was pretty
about
pumped.
listen. We already know that pedigree. You going out there, their student body. Coach already said their student body. They come out and support in a huge way. Uh, Small win, big win. They're gonna be out there cheering on. So I think that was a great win for them.
Yeah, and I also think they're a lot more balanced than I thought. With guys like Chase Robinson having a 20-point game, it just shows that they could have a guy any night kind of step up. The Wolves, Lindy, Kometz, Joseph. They got a lot of big pieces that could really step up, and I think they're just going to get tougher and tougher throughout the season and be a pest in the Catholic League.
But what does that say about Fordham Prep? You only lose by 5 at Iona Prep.
And our boy Capper was cooking, man. Shout out our guy Bright Cap, doing his thing. I think he had 19 or 21. Very well, great shot maker. And to lose their freshman point guard that they had last year, who was sensational, decided to do a prep year and go, leave the school. I mean, hard for prep and still quality hanging in there. I don't think they're ever going to be a team that scores 60, 70. Probably in the 50s. They want to keep it at. But a quality loss for them because to play on a prep is tough. Fordham Prep deserves some credit.
Definitely, definitely. I would love to see them against the other prep. Right now, they're mopping the floor with everybody. St. John, those
I
Red
wouldn't
Storm
want to play
kids.
St. John's Prep right now,
Right
man.
now, they the hottest team. Right now, they the hottest team. They're rolling. They're rolling.
Maybe play them in a couple weeks when the flu season's kicking up. Maybe that's when I want to play.
Get them while they down, baby. Get them while they down.
That's when I'd probably have to try and sneak by Coach Kiggins and get a win because playing them right now, heck no. Heck no. Who else you got, Pooh? What else you got on the docket?
Achievement first. Their ring night, man. They was out there flossing. They was out there
Listen,
looking
dude. Did
good.
Coach look? Was Coach
Woo!
Was Coach working the runway and he was working like that locker room entrance on the NBA TNT, man. He was looking sharp, boy.
They had them jackets. They got them rings. Right? They looking like real champions out there, man. They beat up on Brooklyn Lawn Tech, man. And of course, the crowd came out heavy. Too bad I couldn't be there, but hopefully we'll have some good news for them later on in the show. But they're looking good right now. So, our 2A champions, right?
Yeah.
We got the 3A and the A division, the Catholic School League, and Achievement First and St. John's Prep looking damn good.
Right. Good day to be a fan of the Achievement First program. One of the hottest teams ever. Like you said, was walking the runway. Really deserve it too. They were fantastic last year. All those guys deserve it coming back. And I mean they're loaded again. I mean our guy Romeo Jumpman, the senior guy that I love, I want to say it's Murray, is a stud. I mean these guys got a lot returning and are going to be a problem in the league. And beyond that, I wouldn't even want to play them in the PSAL tournament, man, because they could knock off a ton of 4A teams, no problem, no problem.
It may just happen this year. Just look, just think about it. The way the summer was going, you were hearing a lot of rumors about some of those guys leaving, some of those guys jumping ship, going to other schools.
They
But
got a pretty good five, man.
they
I would
stayed
throw the
down.
five up against a lot of fives and be confident in them. The rest, I'm not sure. I know they're going to develop. I know they got some young guys. They lost, some older guys who were really impressive last year. but man, they got a lot returning, lot of star power.
Nah, they stayed down, and I think it's gonna work out for them, man. I think it's gonna work out for them, you know. But we'll get back to them later on in the show. St. Peter's, man. While I was at more Catholic watching St. John's Prep stop on the Mavericks, St. Peter's was crushing Curtis. At
Wow.
one point, the score was 25-5.
Did you hear which of any guys that listen, at that time of the game, it gets tough to really like say who was playing well, because it's such a flood poo at that point, and
Right.
sometimes it's even the guys that you don't expect to really just kill these guys. But did anybody really stand out for Peters that you heard of? Because they have a lot of unknowns, but a lot of kids who are hungry to take the line to take some shine in the Catholic League. Tell you that.
No, but Victor Baez was I know I reposted a dunk that he had.
Oh, that was sick. That was a crazy
You
dunk.
know, that was crazy.
I'm saying they
Um,
got a lot of guys like that who can freaking play, who are athletic, who are
yeah.
waiting for their opportunity. May not put up big stats, but are tough, man. I think Peter's going to be another sneaky team, and I think they got some guys, man. Obviously, you blow out Curtis.
And look, they got something to prove. You know, you lose your
Yeah,
best player and people start to count you out, right? Talib Martin, he leaves, and people's like, well, that's it for Peters.
exactly. Already get checked off. Nobody even thinks about them anymore. But that coaching staff is so happy to be in this league. They've been around. They've been around talented guys. They know how to fight and be underdogs. They have no problem being that role.
Now look, me and my guy, Neil Barrow. What up, Neil? We was all at the game, and Dave, salute to my guy Dave Cordovas for Dave Joint. We all went out to dinner afterwards, and we were just talking, right? You know, we love our Staten Island teams, uh, but my guy Neil was like, "Yo, Pooh, they're good, but are they just Staten Island good?"
Mm.
Similar to what we were saying to Coach Ben from Forest Hills. Are y'all guys just Queens good?
Hmm.
Right? You good, but are you just
Definitely
Queens
levels,
good?
right? Definitely levels, Pooh. Right? Respectfully, for
All
sure.
respectfully, all respect, right? Uh,
Because
because
at the end of the day, who's got the best youth and like CYO programs? Staten Island does the thing, man. You
we
got to
right
respect,
on the youth level, but then
right?
now you start to move up and you get older, and you
Yeah,
got to come down to Brooklyn
they
and
got
play.
to
You
do
got
a
to go
better
to the
job. Yeah.
Bronx and play. It
Hmm.
gets a little different.
Yeah. And I think that's where, it's so awesome to hear, guys like our guy at St. Joe's that really didn't lose anybody. But I think these guys are losing a lot. Curtis lost a lot over the years. A lot of guys are leaving Staten Island as they get to that kind of final stage, which is tough to see, because we've seen, guys like the Martins, leave St. Peter's and go D1 and have success.
The Archibalds
I
leaving.
was
Right?
going to
Come on,
say,
they're leaving their dad. Their dad is the coach, and
that's
they're
what I'm
leaving.
saying. They're leaving pops, and those kids are Division 1 kids now, But I get it, and it's just a different world today. I totally understand it, but Staten Island's definitely taking a hit at that top level, and it's a fair question. Are they Staten Island good?
Yeah, we'll see. Only time will tell, right?
Yeah,
Only time will tell. But salute to St. Peter's on your big win, opening matchup against Curtis, which is a big rivalry out there.
yeah, no doubt. That's a huge win for those guys, and the Eagles just deserve that love because I know that's always one that you gotta win that one. Phil. You got to take that one home for the Catholic League. So
Yeah, bragging rights. Bragging rights on the island is big.
no doubt. Who else you got, Pooh? Talk to me.
Well, last week, my guy Charles from the All City Classic out in Philly, he wanted to come on the show. I know I couldn't do it because I was busy. Had a lot of family come down. I definitely want to make sure I spend some time with my family.
Mm.
But also, he wanted to come on and promote his All City Classic, Philly versus New York, right?
Oh, that was a great schedule that he set up, man. That was
Every year, man, every year, it brings down some top New York City teams and have
yeah.
them play um,
He
against
really
the
does a
top
great
teams in Philly.
He really does agree. And like a guy who does his research, you know what I mean? Not just a guy who's like, hey, I want this name or like I know this guy, I want a favor. Like our guy sets up the schedule. Like these matchups, I was like, man, that's gonna be tough. You know? Everyone was a good game.
And you're very familiar with Archbishop Carroll, who
Yeah.
Nazareth played, right?
Yep. They've been at the
Nazareth
Jordan Brand
actually
Classic.
won.
We've seen them, yeah. They've been at the Jordan Brand Classic last year. So
That's
they're
right. Oh, that's right. They did play at the Jordan. That's
yeah, they're
right.
the
They did
black and
play.
red team. Very tough. We saw them play, yeah.
Yes, Naz defeated them 74-68.
Mm.
A.J. Moody was game's MVP. It said Justin Delgado played well and Malik Kamara also played well. You know, what do we know about Archbishop Carroll?
You know they have very physical guards, and then their center is my guy Drew Correo. I actually just wrote about it for Made Hoops. He's a Munch guy. He plays for Munch at PSA. He's like 6'9". He had about 4 or 5 threes. I think he had 25 in the game. So real quality win for them. And I just wrote an article about the Catholic League about almost every team's player who I think takes the biggest jump. And I think it's AJ Moody. It's great to hear this start. I think he becomes, not just a starting point guard in the Catholic League. I think he becomes one of the top point guards. Juice leaving another spot, he kind of jumps up. I think AJ could be potentially the best point guard on this side of the Catholic League for sure. He's got a ton of potential. If he's making shots and not turning the ball over, Naz is going to be electric this year.
And that's what I want to see. That's what I
Yep.
want to see from AJ. That consistent point guard play and consistency without turning the ball over. I think
Yeah.
he moves into the top 20 and he could, shake up some things on our list, man.
Yeah, I think if he gets going, he could be, easily one of the top point guards in the city. Like you said, if he takes care of the ball, because his ability to separate is really special. And he's the guy who can rack up 10 assists a game. I think if I'm Coach Irvin, I'm saying, hey, I know you want to score. I know you can score. Get these guys going, and then you start to take over when we need it. Because this guy could almost be like a Danny Carbuccia type, player in the Catholic League. I think a triple double guy.
And this what Danny had to learn, right? Danny had
Yeah,
to learn that because Danny came into stepping at wanting to score.
of course. I mean, he was scoring for the Dominican national team, and he had to defer when he got to his high school team. It's nuts. That's why
And that's
Danny's
what I
just
want to see. I want to see that from AJ.
yeah,
Not turning the ball over and making his teammates better.
yeah, and like
And I
even if
think as he
bad
goes,
happens,
Nazareth goes.
yeah, and if something bad happens, Pooh, next play, right? No hands, head down, no look at it. Just next play, let's go. Like let's make something happen. Go get a steal. I think that was one of Danny's best qualities too. Like he made mistakes, but he would get a steal on the next play. Like he would make up for it almost instantly. Like that was one of his special powers. So I see a lot of AJ in that. I hopefully, believe in Nazareth. And how about Kamara too? What a pickup from Monroe. Coach Trevor with a sneaky big pickup.
Listen, that kid Malik Kamara, man, he's definitely he's been steady for them. He's been that guy that they can get baskets from, right?
Yeah.
And coach is big on defense, but when you got a guy that can kind of put in the ball in the hole, along with Delgado and AJ, I think that's what makes Nazareth dangerous.
Yeah, and I think he might be the best of the bunch potentially. I think he's a D1 guy, down the road. I just think his size and athleticism and how strong he is in that class, I think eventually he's going to just turn that corner, and it might be this year that he just becomes, a superstar. Maybe he takes that role and those other guys allow him to shine, but they got a lot of talent there, man. Nazareth is definitely one of those teams that maybe even I was sleeping on a little bit. They're ready to go on that side of the Catholic League.
And hopefully now we can kind of identify who's going to be the guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And who's going to be in that rotation because they have so many pieces. A lot of
Nah,
pieces.
nah, that's for sure. Ayatollah Beast, number one basketball head in the building. Salute.
Our guy, the best.
All the way from Portland, Oregon. Always on the check it.
The best, man.
For sure.
Who
Oh,
else got Pooh?
man, listen. So we got Jeff, who takes the loss to Imhotep. Now, I've seen Jeff lose to Imhotep 2 years ago down in Philly.
That's right.
Imhotep
I forgot about that.
Is a great program. Is a
Great
great
program.
program, along with our Jefferson as well that went down there and represent. But Imhotep was led by Zaire, Muhammad Gray, Jordan Dill, who committed to Lemoyne, Ian Smith, and Latif Larazano White, who was committed to Drexel. So as you can see, they had some quality guards down there that was making some noise and doing their thing, and had a supporting cast. As Jefferson was led by our guy Riz Jackson with 19 points.
Yeah, not many other guys talked about from the people down there who watched the game with Jeff. So just Rich Jackson kind of getting the limelight down there. And, that Emotep starting five is brutal. But, I kind of thought this game would go in Jeff's favor. I just thought with Jeff's senior leadership, I thought maybe that would get done on the schedule. I kind of had this one as a W for them. And listen, of course, it's early on. It's a non-league game. It's tough to travel. You never know if anyone was sick. But at the same time, it's a big win for Emotep, and Philly gets a big, big check mark there.
And bragging rights.
Yeah. Again, able to kind of knock off our top projected team in the city, the champs. So a big, big bragging rights for them. And Jeff's gonna have to wait maybe a year or two to get their opportunity again, man. That's a tough one. I know that coaching staff is not happy with that loss.
Nah, and you gotta figure who are the missing pieces. Oh wow, hold on. Let me see something real quick because I gotta check. Because there was another game going on down there as well. We didn't get no scores from there yet, but Holy Cross was playing. Hold on. Archbishop Ryan.
Okay.
They're playing them right now, so hopefully we get a score from them. Let me hit my guy, Coach Orlando, real quick.
How's our cameraman doing? No good?
He said 5 minutes.
All right.
Definitely want to speak to him. Our guy Five Films was down in Baltimore today checking out a huge game, man. So we definitely want to, yeah, definitely the game. And I think right now, as we wait for Coach, Five Films.
Yeah. And I mean, just to set the stage, man, for him to see, Stepanak's, what was it, their first game, right? First official game?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And to go against a team that beat them recently, that
I think they beat them the last 2 or 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. That has actually almost had their number a little bit. I know Coach Mazzaroni, as tough as this schedule was with so many accomplishments that he's looking forward to, and he knows the main goal is to get that championship and win in the late months. But this one was definitely very, very circled on his calendar, I think, with how tough this team was, because early on, I thought Stepanak last year was going to roll through everybody. And when they lost to St. Francis, I was almost blown away. So I was like, when is Stepanak playing these boys again?
And Coach Pat, he doesn't forget anything.
Yeah.
He's taking names. He's taking numbers. He's writing it down.
Did you see Coach Pat's podcast, by the way? Shout out Coach Pat.
He got a podcast?
He has like a little Stepanak podcast that he does with my guy Kevin. They had like who did they have on? They had like Woj on as his first guest. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I see that. I did see that.
I'm like, come on, Coach.
Yeah.
Just having the goat on right away. I mean, my God. But that's the step power, man. That's what Coach Pat does. But yeah, this was one of those early matchups. A lot of people were talking about. All the Maryland scouts were asking me how special this Stepanak team was going into it, and I just said, "Look out, man! Look out!" Because every wave that they got at Stepanak is crazy. Every player.
Hold on. Hold on. I got some breaking news
Talk to me.
from my guy Kev Daniels.
Oh yeah. Shout out Cap Daniels, man.
No doubt. Hold on. I just gotta call him. I hate to wait for these texts to come through.
That's how you know, even though he's a basketball head, Pooh's an old head. He just can't wait. You got to call you.
To wait
I've
for
been
a
training him
text.
to
I'm
text.
just like, come on, bro. Yo, Kev, did Cross win?
Yeah, I watched the game on the stream.
Okay.
63-53.
Who played well?
Tell him he's on the pod.
Yeah, their guards played really well. Cross won.
Excellent.
No doubt. Good to know. Appreciate
Thanks,
you,
Kev.
brother. All right. Yeah, I
Get
can
me
hear
in.
him. He watching us in the background. So I heard the echo. Hey, salute. All right. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, baby.
Hey, we took
school, baby. Woo!
Baby. Sorry, Philly.
That's right, Charles. I'll holler at you because I know
That's right,
he
Charles.
wanted to come
Take that
on.
out. We need to do the New York. We'll have the Liberty dude to step over the Philadelphia. We'll have that little animation done.
Yeah, we went down there and rung Ben Franklin's bell.
Hey,
Yes,
man, we'll
sir.
take 2 out of 3. Shout out, Coach Turner's getting it done. Our guy Coach and Naz getting it done, baby. 2 out of 3.
That's right. What up, Mike Walker's in the building. What up, Mike?
The man.
No doubt. Hey, look, man. 2 out of 3. Hey, listen, I was sitting over here going, because I know my guy Charles is going to hit me up and be like, yo, Pooh, we got y'all.
Of course, man. You know how many the messages I was getting, like, Jeff, are you kidding me with Jeff? And I'm like, come on, man. Like, you guys barely won that game anyway.
Right. Barely won.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Here my guy, 5 Films. 5, where you at? Empty seat. Where you at, man? That nice ass couch.
Oh, man. 5 Films is a blank. There he is.
Yo,
Hey,
what up, fellas?
5, what up, 5?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing today, man?
We great,
Listen,
man. We great, brother.
We need the recap, 5. We need that recap, baby.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Now, look. Mike is right on point. Mike goes, did Stepanak win their game? Mike, you're right on time because we're about to cover it, baby.
About to cover.
Yep.
So go ahead, 5. Give us a rundown. From when
so
you got there.
So I put for one, my plan today wasn't even go to the game.
Wow.
It just things just transpired that way. But yeah, I got there about the middle of the second quarter. Towards the end of the second quarter. By the way, the place where it was at, I ain't expected to be at. It was across the street from a jail. Like a real, it looked like Shawshank.
Wow.
Like, oh, okay, it's a little church across. I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. So I ain't walking in. I didn't even know what to think. So
How was that gym? How was the atmosphere?
The atmosphere was dope. It was real nice. It got a lot of history on the wall. That's the first thing I was looking for. I was doing my pool check.
There you go.
What they got on the wall? Yeah, because I wasn't even sure what was it. St. Francis, was they playing, or was that just the site?
No, that's who was playing.
Yeah, that's who was playing. Yes. Yep.
It was a home game. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, they definitely had a lot of people there. Sure.
All right. So when you walk in the gym, who was up? Who's up?
As I'm walking towards the gym, right? You can see the court. I see St. Francis on offense. They passed the ball like 5 times, and soon I walk in the door, I'm seeing Adonis getting 3'd on. I'm like, oh, hold on. I mean, look. I said, oh, nah, this is all right. This is exactly where I need to come here.
Yep.
So, but it was tied up at halftime. Tied up at halftime. St. Francis came out 6 straight, right out the gate from after when the second half started, and they have really quick guards. Their guards was really because it was a small team. They didn't have too much size.
Yep.
But they had a lot of heart. They played hard defense. It was very intense. Like you would thought this was a playoff game.
Yep.
The intensity was really high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that Stepanak was affected by their guard play because they were so big?
I say they was affected by because one thing about they was hitting big shots, like big threes. And that void of Danny not there no more, I seen that clearly. Like it wasn't nobody like to calm the situation down because I think they came down like 4 or 5 times and they shot threes. And I think after a timeout, I think it was the plan maybe to go inside maybe, but it was open shots though. Like I said, they just wasn't hitting on their threes in the second half. Like everybody had open threes. Everybody was just not. It was just wasn't their best game.
Yeah. So St. Francis kind of packed it in, made sure that they got the rebound. We're trying to limit inside
and just make big shots. Like they were just big shots because Step made a run like twice.
Yeah.
They got it to 5, and then they either got a turnover or then St. Francis came down, hit a big 3, and got it back to 8 or 9, and it stayed like that throughout the fourth quarter, like between a 9 and 10 point lead.
Wow. So the big guys, Perry, the twins, their size was a non-factor?
Yeah, it was a non-factor. The size was a non-factor. Matter of fact, on a play where it was, I think it was either 40-45, and they got a steal. Regular late, one of their guards came and did a job of Swan out of here.
Wow.
And we was like, that's when I'm like, oh wow, this is every time they get to like get over that 5-point lead, it was just they made a big play.
Yeah, that defense is no joke. I found the St. Francis kids really play some hard defense.
But it was a lot of like layups. I ain't gonna say like close range middies. It was just not going in and out, in and out, in and out. For Adonis, all of them. It's just a little off today. Josiah kept them in the game. He had a lot of big shots. Adonis hit it too. He had a lot of two big threes, and one. Like they was definitely fighting. But when it came to making them clutch plays, it wasn't there tonight.
Yeah, and this is a rivalry, Fa, where St. Francis has now gotten the better of Stepanak in a couple of these games. And
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it's funny, like you go into that not even knowing that. Like
yeah, I didn't know the team. I seen the banners. I see that they back-to-back champions of they Catholic League. So I'm like, okay, this is a team they was waiting for. You could tell that they were like, nah, yeah, we want this. They want
and Coach
and
Pat
being number
knows.
one, they came out ranked number 1 in the country. Like everybody coming for your head. Pause.
Yeah.
Like Coach.
You seen the frustration. You seen the frustration on the bench in the face. Like it was a lot of drop show. Like it's like it was one of them games.
Yeah, and with that roster construction, they're built like a lot of New York teams. But with those guys, I want to say, Terrence Jones, 21 points. Anthony Smith, 19-9 at like 6'2", 6'3", 19-9 against 7-footers. I mean, that was the guy making plays. So
I see, yeah, because it was definitely killing it, man. It was definitely moving the ball quick laterally and then busted out for the 3. It was hitting him.
How was Hassan at the point? Like, now that Danny's not here anymore and Hassan is playing the point majority of the time, how was that transition for him, and how did the team take to him playing the point? And was he able to withstand the pressure that St. Francis was giving out?
I think the pressure was definitely on, and he was running the offense pretty good. He was running offense pretty good, but I think when it was time, when the pressure got up at the closer into the game, their offense wasn't. It wasn't. It was. I didn't see the assertiveness that I would see for Danny, from Danny. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have made sure they got a play to the basket. It was just. It wasn't the assertiveness that I'm used to seeing the point guard.
A lot of settling for threes in that scenario.
Yeah, settling for threes. It was, even though there was open threes, but yeah.
Yeah, Mike said it sounded like they killed him
stuff.
with speed.
Yeah, the speed was definitely a factor. It seemed that just like there was a touch faster, whether it was fast ball, fast, like loose balls and everything like that. Like they was getting them first.
Mm.
Man, it's tough. Salute to my guy Ballhead in the building. Definitely One Nation Rap Supreme. Yeah, man. Look, we know their ultimate goal is to get that fourth championship, right?
Right.
But you know, to get these non-league games and to be battle tested, coming back to the city is only going to make them better.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I guarantee you, Pat is going to have them kind of reload and figure it out. Same thing for Jefferson, who lost to Imhotep.
Oh, really?
They lost to Imhotep 70-67. Imhotep is a great program. One of the top programs.
So is they both next games against each other, or they got a game during the week this week?
Great
That's
question,
interesting.
5 Films.
Yeah.
Nah, I think Jeff opened up with boys and girls, I think on Monday. I think Jeff opened up with boys and girls on Monday. And hold up. And
because I already know that's gonna be a long bus ride back to White Plains. Because Pat was hot. He was hot. he was red. I said, damn, Pat tight.
Oh yeah, this one meant a lot to him. Fa, you know, he definitely was mad when they lost to them in the previous year. So this one definitely stung a little bit, and you know, it's just gonna push Pat to get these guys going and be a little bit more assertive, like you said, Fa, because at times, you know, that is a weakness of Stepanak. We got to be honest. You know, we give these guys a ton of credit, but they do settle a little bit sometimes. You got to remember these guys are Division I athletes. They're terrific. You know, Coach Pat runs some great sets. Nothing wrong with getting a little post layup, man. Sometimes it's way more demoralizing to just keep scoring inside on a team, you know, especially when they're small.
Stepanak opens up against Cardinal Hayes at Cardinal Hayes Friday, 7:30.
Wow.
That's interesting. They both got to tighten up because I know that next Sunday is going to be highlighted even more, I say.
But look, think about it. Now they got to face a team on their home court who are a bunch of guards.
Yes. A bunch of guards, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I definitely ain't seen
big guy,
there definitely wasn't no speed out there for sure.
Hamadou, right? But other than that, they're a team of guards, Cardinal Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
may be tough, man. May be tough. Are you gonna be down here that weekend? I know you're gonna be down here that weekend.
Yeah.
That's
the
sure. Weekend of
you coming with us to Westchester?
Yeah.
I'm in the building for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you pull up clips right now, Pooh? Can you pull up clips if I send you a clip right now?
Yes, I can.
You can?
So, you're right, Fa. That matchup on Sunday is way more ratcheted up now with these teams.
They both don't win no 2 losses in their first week. Nobody do.
Right? Especially, you know, like Pooh's talking about if Stepanak overlooks Hayes on that Friday night, I mean, they could be 0-2 heading into that game. You cannot overlook Hayes.
Yeah. And shout out to
especially
the parents.
Hayes.
They traveled well.
Yeah, right. Talk about that, Pooh. They had good
it was
out there.
Listen, they travel like Duke, man. They travel like Duke. Those parents coming to those games.
Yeah, Fa, did they have enough chairs for all those guys at Stepanak or what, man?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was enough. The way that, like I said, the gym was, you would never thought it looked like where it looked in the inside from the outside. It looked like a old church that was built 300 years ago.
I love it, man. I
But
love it. It's
oh,
a big time program, you know.
yeah, I
Big
see
time
a lot of
program.
people went there. There's a lot of jerseys on the wall. I got some footage of that too, also. But yeah, it's definitely, you could tell it's a great fan base over there.
Yeah, and listen, you know, when you're seeing a team that is a tough matchup problem and they're hitting big threes, they're at home, Fa mentioned it, the body language, those are the little things, and missing the guys like Danny Carbuccia, it wasn't talked about all summer, missing Danny, but it definitely is the big thing when the lights are on to got to go get a bucket, go score inside, take it easy, slow the pace down, set it up. So Stepanak's definitely got something to work on, and interesting to see whether they'll be able to bounce back.
Yeah, this is good. This will be good for him. This will be good for him.
Hold on.
I think so too. It takes away the pressure of
Yeah, it do. Like
kind of year,
right. Mm.
And they can just say, hey, like, let's get it done, try and make sure we win our championship and move forward and keep getting better. But, wouldn't bet against Coach Pat. Like you said, definitely no movies on the way home on that bus ride.
You already know, man. You already know.
Oh man! Even when we won, our coach would just play our stuff, on the stuff. I can't imagine what those guys do.
I wouldn't be surprised if they watch him live on the way home right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. They would just play us losing over and over again for 5 hours on the way home.
Let me see if I can open this up. Can y'all see it?
Yep, I can see.
Hold on.
Yeah, the facility is crazy. The gym.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. See, it should be on.
Definitely want to check out. Definitely want to.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all here? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too small, and it's
too small. Okay.
Yeah, it's
We'll post it.
I was doing it on
Yeah.
my phone. Hold on.
We appreciate you going though, Fa. That's really awesome.
Man,
And
that was.
I definitely,
like you said, Fa, you got to see some real competition, man. Those are
yeah,
like
that was
top
that
10 programs, probably.
Yeah, definitely for sure. That was a good treat.
Hold on for a sec, fellas.
Seeing that intensity early.
Yeah, and definitely, like I said, got a shout out. Terrence Jones, 21 points, an elite junior. Was like Foss said, running the show, super quick, tons of Division I offers, and Anthony Smith, 19-9 at 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Just really getting on both ends. One of those like PSAL guards.
Yeah, so far, let's get you caught up before we get you out of here.
Yeah,
and we, get us all out of here. But Achievement First won. They won their first game against Brooklyn Lawn Tech on a ring night. They won big. Iona Prep beat Fordham Prep 58-53. St. Peter's beat Curtis 70-40. St. John's Prep is on a 3-0 run, beat Cathedral Prep 74-43. They beat Moore Catholic 87-58, and they beat St. Joe's by the Sea yesterday 64-48. It looked like they're going to return to the city championship as well. Canarsie defeats Shaker, who's upstate champion. PJ Singleton and Christian Marbury co-MVPs. Salesian.
Also gonna be something, man.
Yeah, Salesian beat Farrell 53-52. Naz beats Archbishop Carroll down in the Philly versus New York game. AJ Moody MVP there. As we mentioned, Jeff lost by 3 to Imhotep, and Holy Cross beat Archbishop Ryan. So we went 2 out of 3, baby, down in Philly.
We'll
For
take it. We'll
sure.
take that, Fa. We might have lost to Maryland, but we won
Yeah,
Philly.
yeah, right.
Oh, people
I
said
like.
they could see
I just
it.
love
People
to see
said they
them
could see it.
traveling. I love
I
to see
don't
them
know.
traveling.
Yeah, Fa, these guys do a great job of traveling.
Mhm.
Even the PSAL programs from the small schools, all these guys are doing a tremendous job. Stepanek got to even practice at my old school, Towson University, which was
Oh
so cool.
wow. So
They got to experience that, which was awesome. I mean, they built that place as soon as I graduated, of course, Fa. They waited till I got out there and then said, "All right, let's fire it up." And so the kids got to play in there before I did. So I'm a
yeah,
little jealous, but
right.
like you said, how awesome these guys get to travel. It's great.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they had some good crab cakes.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Hold on. I think because people said they could see it, so I'm gonna put it back on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but my guy said
Don't worry about it.
he can see it.
Yeah, if you got some highlights playing for Fa.
There you go. We're gonna run it back. Wow.
Yeah,
They,
as I said, that's why I walked in soon in the gym. I walked in.
huge.
Oh.
wow. They just whipping that thing around. Pause.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, see that 1-2 pass, three-pointer, quick 3-pointers, not good. Look,
See,
yeah. Penetrated pitch.
And
Good.
like Fox said, they're just controlling the pace, and
and this was like a 6-point game. Boom, with a charge.
Yep.
Wow. And what about this right here?
Josiah 3.
Good shot. Something he like to do. Come off that screen.
Now, Fa, did you see Stepanek sub a lot, or did they mostly played the same kind of five guys?
I think they was making like 1 or 2 subs.
Okay.
So
it's short
yeah.
bench. Yeah.
See turnover.
Yeah.
Look at just back and forth. Not how Stepanek wants to play like that.
And cause you got the big guys, they barely get up the court. That ball moving that fast.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they can't keep up with the pace.
Well, you can tell that's the game plan, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of 3-point shooting, man. For them to have that size like that. Wow.
And that's another time where they was down 5 and they hit a big 3.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, their
Wow.
the passing is just different on that team, definitely.
Yeah,
Wow.
so listen, this is what we'll discuss it, right? You have Wings, it's our games of the week for the first day, right? You got Wings Academy versus Brandeis. Right?
Yeah.
I don't mind. If B want to go, look, if you're gonna show up, let's do it. I'll make the trip up to the Bronx because it's a 6:30 game, right? But then you got Achievement First versus Transit. What do you say, Fa?
Oh.
What do you think? Like, because
Now the only thing I will say is Pooh brought up a great point that Wings will play Brandeis again, which is what.
Yes.
So that does at least give you some wiggle room. That all right, I'm gonna be able to see that matchup again if I want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on for a sec, guys. Tatiana, hope I got your name right. Block, Kiana, Tatiana, whatever the name is. Excuse me. Yes, it's got like 25 letters in the name. 3385. Yes, we still cover girls basketball. Please send us the scores, and we will put them on and highlight them on the show. Please send us all girl scores, and we will highlight them.
Always.
But unlike the Catholic school, boys, the girls is kind of hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
And I always told the people at the Catholic school, why don't y'all make the girls' site simpler or add the girls to the boys' site?
Yeah, I don't know why they just don't have a girls clickable link to the boys site.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
don't know. But anyway, the Achievement First game, 6:00 at Transit Tech, and I think you know, we've been getting out. We haven't even got out to Transit Tech none last year.
Hmm.
Coach came on the show, showed us some love this year. He's always available when I call him. So
Yeah.
I think that may be the call. And then we can see Wings at Brandeis.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think the transit.
Because
Yeah.
it's a weekday for myself and B, and
And it'll be easy on the travel too.
yeah, man.
You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
we'll get to that. Because I was funny. I was looking at the schedule for some games too. That Christian Marbury back to Lincoln got to be a must see
Oh
TV.
yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. Hold on.
I look because
Let's
I see that playing each other. I said, "Oh, nah." The second one is in I think beginning of February. I think one of the last games of the season.
really.
Yeah, the one that's going back to when that's at Lincoln.
Okay, so that makes sense. You saw it already. All
Yeah,
right.
I already look. I'm like, hold on, let's get these games. I was already lining it out. You know,
you mean like this?
Right.
That's what you're
that's
doing.
that's gonna be a one right.
Hey, but I'm also looking to that Eagle Brooklyn versus Jefferson.
Oh yeah,
Last year they smacked them by 50 at
oh
home.
that's gonna be interesting.
Oh my goodness, man! That is going to be. I mean, that's going to be a world war right there.
That right there is definitely. Let's see who plays who where first. Because I
Mhm.
think that's important.
By the way,
Let's
did you
see.
see, boys? Did you see the Jordan collection and gifts that those Eagle guys got?
Oh
Oh
Holy
yeah.
smokes, man! I
They
said,
all
"Coach,
got
holy
blessed.
smokes!" I
Yeah,
couldn't
they got
believe it.
blessed. They definitely
No
got
doubt.
blessed.
got
That was
laced.
great to see them at the facility over there. That was cool.
Okay.
The Eagle Bronx play
At
somebody. I see them hit a good
they
shot. So.
play at Thomas Jefferson on a Saturday, 2:00, 12:20, and then they play at Eagle on the 31st of January.
Oh, wow.
Right? Eagle opens up Tuesday versus Brooklyn Collegiate at Eagle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's here, man. Season's here. It's here now.
That's tough. That's tough. And Eagle blew I think Monroe out by 50,
Okay.
Wow.
which is crazy.
Yeah, because I
So
definitely.
what is the date and time on that game? What game, Mike? Let me know what game you was talking about. Cause I just ran off a few.
Yeah.
Let me know what game you was talking about. Man, so look, we have to at least get on a conference call or text to figure out the games of the weeks
Mhm.
that we know we're gonna be at, and then Tiny Martin wants to join in on the fun. He wants to join in on the fun and come to some of these games and give commentary about the game after the game.
Oh, okay, that's
So
dope.
he's gonna
Like that.
join us on the live, and then it says the Eagle versus Jeff game is Eagle versus Jeff is 12/20, December 20th
Mhm.
at
At,
2:00
at
at
Jeff.
Jeff.
Wow.
So he told us, once we appreciate you, man. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you, man. Always love Ayatollah Beats. Always showing love every show. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you,
That's
brother. Look, feel free, people. Feel free. It only helps out the show, helps us grow, and continue to do this the right way. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. So that's what we have on the menu. And I think the Eagle Cat, the Achievement First Transit Tech makes sense.
Yeah, I think that.
Start off on a 3A, then we can hit up, 4A or AA, Catholic school on Friday because contact my guys up at Cardinal Hayes, Coach Lowe's, and tell them to put us on the list for Friday. If we could pull up there, if not, I'm gonna be there in the house because I have to see that game between Stepinac and Cardinal
You doing
Hayes.
double duty, Pooh? You seeing a Friday, Sunday?
Listen, I don't mind. They say I'm everywhere anyway, so I might as well just live up to my name, right? It's all good. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a great game to go to, man. I mean,
Look, because I want to see how well they face and the pressure that those guards going to put up on those guys, and see if Coach Pat is going to start to strategize and use the height that he has.
yeah.
Right? Because nobody can really block your shot. Like they
And
got
let's,
Amadou
let's
and
be honest, right? That's one of the
Cardinal
best
Hayes.
Catholic League all year, right? Is it not? Hayes versus Step.
Yes.
I mean,
And they
that was
almost got him last year.
Yeah, and I mean that was. I mean, we had Rays up there as our 2, but Hayes was the number 2 in the Catholic League preseason poll according to the media day. So
Yeah.
this is 1 versus 2.
Look, however you want it, baby, however you want it. And we have Hayes at number 6.
Yeah.
Okay, city, overall. So, look, either way, I think we're gonna see a good game. But now that we know that smaller teams may be stepping that kryptonite,
Yeah.
or if, and we know Pat's going to adjust to see,
Oh yeah, they definitely them next 2 opponents for Jeff and Steph. Got to come with the A game.
And listen, Bob, those 2 teams play a lot like St. Francis.
Temperature rising.
Ayatollah Beats in the building. Appreciate you. Yo, listen, temperature is rising, man. Temperature is rising. Look, we know now that the word is out, but again, Jeff is going to make a statement against boys and girls. They're definitely going to have a statement win against boys and girls at Boys and Girls. And then get prepared for Stepinac on Sunday, right? And Cardinal Hayes, I think, doesn't Cardinal Hayes play as well? Hold on, let me see. Check out that schedule. Hold on, because I have the flyer right here. Okay, here you go. Oh no,
It's crazy that Stepinac is playing 2 teams that are very similar to St. Francis right away.
Right,
Yes.
right. I thought of that too. I said I thought about it. I'm like, oh, okay, so you know what? This is gonna be interesting because if it's executed right. Mm-hmm.
That's smart. Let me see.
That's why that Jeff game might have been big, Pooh. If they won that, they might have had some solid, real momentum. Plus the boys girls game, which is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That it should be beat down, right? They don't have much boys and girls, right?
No, I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. Not at all. That's the game that.
Listen, Pooh. Listen, our guys.
Oh my God!
Are low percentage.
Look at this right here. Hold on, Jesus Christ! What the?
Oh, you gotta put it on the screen, Pooh.
What do you got?
Oh, okay.
What is that?
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
That's against Jeff.
Oh, wow.
That was Imhotep?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
That looked crazy right there.
I don't even want to know who got killed.
Oh.
That was a sacrifice. He sacrificed himself for that one.
Oh, man.
Dang.
Good Lord.
And you know what the great thing is? My plan was going to Philly to see Jeff. That was my plan.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. Ooh, whoever that was got baptized.
Yeah.
Baptized is the word. All
Give him
right.
some milk.
Hold on. What Mike say? This is the schedule that Pat put together for the season. Nothing easy. That's
Yeah.
right. I don't think. Look, you don't challenge yourself if you make an easy schedule.
Right,
No,
right.
Pat doesn't duck any smoke, man. That's an elite schedule like
Right.
Why you
How
gotta
do
love
you
him?
get back to
That's
do
why you gotta
something that
love
no
him.
one has done in the
Exactly,
Captain School
Bob.
League
Why
to
nobody
win
leaves?
4?
Yeah.
You got to prepare yourself for the war.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like me and Foz said before, it's almost better. Like they get it out of the way. They don't got to worry about being perfect. That number 1 ranking is so hard to keep throughout the year. You know, then you start worrying about, am I winning by enough points, you know, to keep the number 1, and
Right.
it's a lot of extra stress that they don't need. So, and
And
they
I
they're
don't
gonna be number
anticipate the
1 again,
Twins missing as many threes as they did today.
right?
Again,
They just
they gonna
thing is they just shoot it well, you know, which is something you can't control.
right.
That's a fact. Well, this weekend coming up, or next
Is
weekend.
Hayes playing anybody?
Who?
Is Hayes playing anybody?
Listen, Eagle Academy, Bronx versus Christ the King.
Ooh.
Eagle Academy, Brooklyn versus Cardinal Hayes.
Oh,
Brandeis versus Iona Prep.
nice.
And the main event, Thomas Jefferson versus Stepinac.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That is going to be one hell of a Sunday.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out a lot about the city, man.
Yeah.
It's a statement day. Statement day.
Yeah. Captain School versus PSAL,
Well,
baby.
Pooh, what happened last year, Pooh? You said it. You were the first guy to say it. It was ugly. It was ugly last year.
Yeah.
These guys got a lot to prove. A lot to prove. They need multiple wins.
Definitely.
You know.
Well, anything else on the menu, fellas?
I can't wait to see the boys on Monday. Let's go. Kansas Tech.
I'm excited for this season. I think it's gonna be one of the best seasons we had in a minute.
That's why I named this episode "Tis the Season," baby. Tis the season.
This season gonna be high intensity the whole season.
Right, I'm thinking
because there's 100 preseason games. They should be lock and loaded.
That's a fact.
100%. I think the point margin in a lot of these leagues is going to be a lot smaller than people think, man. I think there's a lot more parity in the leagues. There's going to be a lot more upsets. I think this is going to be. I agree with you guys. The best season yet, man. Let's go. Let's get it done.
No doubt. Well, listen, y'all look forward to seeing us. We will be outside doing what we do, recording the games, calling them, doing all kinds of commentary. We'll be doing some. Well, we're not going to give it away because next thing you know, everybody be doing it like, you know, they always do it. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Listen, you see these guys over here, you guys better bring it on the court. That's all I'm saying, man. You see these two guys here, you better be lighting it up, man. You better bring your A++ game. Let's go.
Listen, and nobody can complain. Like, look, if we don't see it, we don't call it. It is what it is.
Gotta bring it.
Yo, you got to get back, Ayatollah. You got to come check out some games, brother. You got to come check out some games.
Of course, sit with us at the games. Let's go.
That's a fact.
Done deal.
Yeah.
He could be our theme music while we walk.
Anytime, man. Give us a theme. Give us a beat.
That's right. Yo, it's so crazy. 5 Film shirt. Yo, it look like you got somebody, you're holding somebody down there. Like it's somebody trying to peep up.
Yokozuna.
It look like he's just looking up. Like, yo, you got like, don't look up.
Look at him like you did. Like you just missed a wide open 3.
That's a fact. That's a reaction. That should be the meme right there. For sure. Well, listen, fellas, I'm glad we were all able to get on, man. We need to do this some more, man. Jump on, all 3 of us.
Anytime, Fob. We need you on here, big dog.
Definitely, man.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Appreciate you filming for us, brother. Appreciate the clip.
No problem, man.
No doubt. Hey, listen, y'all know what it is. High School Basketball Weekly. We are back, baby. We are back. 'Tis the season, baby.
It's the
'Tis the
season,
season.
man. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Peace, y'all.
See y'all on Monday. Peace.
Peace.